What exactly does it mean for Samsung?
Yes, Jae-Yong Lee was found not guilty of all the charges, including stock manipulation. This goes back to 2015 merger of the two units that the prosecutors said facilitated his succession. The panel of judges yesterday at the Seoul court said they could not conclude that there were enough evidence that this actually happened. So he's completely cleared. And this is a bit of a surprise to some people because some people expected that he would get suspended sentence. But, this is a victory for him and the best possible outcome for Samsung, going forward. Obviously, the company has been distracted by this whole legal proceedings. There had been more than 100 trials related to this case, of which he attended, Jae-Yong Lee himself, 95 trials. So he had to sort of schedule his business trips around his trial, dates. So it may not be quite obvious from outside, but it's really paralyzed Samsung in a significant way. They had to make critical investment at the right time for the future, but they instead have kind of lost ground to memory chip maker rival SK Hynix in terms of making advanced chips. And in smartphones, they lost market share to Apple in the past year. So we expect with this verdict to Samsung to make a bigger investment going forward in critical areas such as AI and biotech going forward. And Jae-Yong Lee himself had to actually make himself more visible and lead the company the way that he should have done in the past years.
Right. And, as we've been saying, this is an extraordinarily good outcome for Samsung and maybe unexpected, right? Do you think it's an economic decision?
Well, the analysts and the lawyers that we spoke to yesterday certainly have that view. It is true that Samsung is in a very difficult situation. It is the biggest company in the country that has been really experiencing a huge slump in smartphones and semiconductor industries. So they think that there is some element to it.